The folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Pushing his way through. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. You look at this Jaguar defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, was how he was going to create it. Is it going to be just the front four? Is it going to be three? Is he going to bring linebacker, secondary? This will be one thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Check smash, check smash.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cleveland offense ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated at. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Fights through him, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the
touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Pretty entertaining start, 14-all the score on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it, when you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll get this to Bell. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Watson looks to throw again. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
11. Here we go, son.
Lawrence. That's complete to Parker Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Rip, 23. 11. It's hot.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Roddy Hickman with a pick. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Escaping the pressure right. Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To the air yet again, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side, he's got Tillman. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Hopkins' kick is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Hey. It's hot.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Go, 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 go.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
13, loop, loop. Red.
Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Silver.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Lisa 24.
Lawrence will throw. That's to the rookie first-round pick, Brian Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Red on red. Silver.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Here we go, son.
They go play action now. Lawrence. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brenton Strange, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, They know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Hey, 59! Listen! 59!
Now it's Watson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's 3rd and 7.
54! 9, I'm going.
Back to throw, Watson. He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Now Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
Go, go. 30 left. Think right open, open. It's hot.
Now Lawrence to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Hey, kill, 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 kill. It's hot.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
11, Ag X. Red.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. and they delivered theirs. That throw is going to keep the drive alive, and even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Go, go. Silver.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Throw complete to Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
And we keep calling him the other Josh Allen. He wants it to be known he's his own Josh Allen, and finally had the breakout campaign many of us knew he was capable of a season ago with 17.5 sacks in 2023.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Hey, Lion. Silver.
Here's Hunter. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Ready.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute.
Easy,
It's 1st and 10 now.
Easy. Lisa 24. Here we go,
Throwing now, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Okay, kill. Red on red. 11. Go, let's go. 11. Sink right. Here we go, son.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Roddy Hickman with a pick. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. His zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
This is it.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to